Okay. I was telling about, you're seeing the screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I was telling about the file system. So this file system, how it would be for SAP. So how this file system will be for SAP is, SAP HANA is something like this. Like you'll be having your slash HANA, I mean slash HANA slash root, I mean root slash HANA. Then in that you'll
Hmm.
be having data. Okay. In that you'll be having data. Okay, and you'll be having data one folder, and you will also have another one called as log, and another one also you'll be having something called as, shade. Okay, so this is the files, like, miss, how does it look like? Here you'll be having slash HANA slash data, and within data you'll be having something, or else, okay, let me complete it, I'll be showing you here. And within this one slash HANA slash data, you'll be having SID.
Okay.
You'll be having something called SID. SID, I mean system identifier, whatever, ABC or XYZ, whatever you have. And within SID you will be having something called as your MNT 000. Okay, let me check if this is, because I want to show you in the real time, until the server is back.
So you also had to share that credentials. You asked me to remind you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That one. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Thank God we are able to see the screen. You're able to see this putty screen. This is Linux.
Yeah.
Maybe you are aware of Linux.
Sir, very little. I mean, not much.
Mm-hmm.
But since I use a Mac machine, it's old Mac, so yeah, little bit I can run commands directly.
Okay. Okay. So here, see, this is the one. If I said df-h, see here, slash HANA slash data slash HANA slash log. Okay, this is the two systems are there on the same host. Okay, two, this one databases, I mean, persistent areas is common, and you have on top of it two databases. Okay, so there is two systems, that is HAD and HAR. Okay, see, backup he has given from a different file system. This is SAN, somewhere directly from different area.
Okay.
Understood. So,
So backup for ECD, backup for ERD,
yeah,
like
see,
different systems.
correct. See, here the scenario is different. Here, what he has done is, see, here you are seeing something called ECD and HAD, ERD,
Yeah.
HAR. Two things are there. So don't get confused. This is called a distributed system. See, your SAP application is here, and your
Hmm.
HANA database is here. This is a separate host. This is a separate host. Okay, this is separate machine. This is a separate machine. Okay, so here is your ECD, and here is your HAD. Okay, and again, your another application called ERD is somewhere, and you also have the same hardware for in this scenario. Okay, so it is like this.
So
So
so means the same database, but they have
no,
segregated.
not same database. They have used the same. I mean, this one. This is very big. This dabba is very big. Okay, so some part they're using for HAD and some part they're using for HRD. These both has no link at all.
Okay.
Okay, these both have no link at all. So you have two different. Okay, if you want to see the
Okay.
RAM,
Different databases.
correct.
Hmm.
If you want to see the RAM, how do you check the RAM? See,
Okay.
1009
Free
GB it is, means roughly 1 TB RAM.
1 TB.
Understood? 1 TB RAM. CPU, it is 80 CPUs. See, that day I was
Okay.
saying 4 cores. Do you remember? Four
Yes,
cores.
sir. Focus
Yeah, here how many cores? 80 cores.
for 80 cores.
Yes, it is 80 cores. See, just imagine how big the system is. 1 TB
Yeah.
RAM, right? 1 TB RAM, and and that too, it's not production system. It is a development system.
Development system.
Yeah, development and quality both, of course. Okay. So
So
here, if you
production would generally have so the production would have the same configuration, or
I'll show you
like
production. I'll
it
show
will
you
be.
production. I'll show you production as well. One moment. Here, production is also same, but it has only one box, not like development and quality. Okay. This is also 80 CPU. But
Okay.
here you have two things, HAD, HAR, but here you have only one system. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So here you have only one system. See here, 80 CPUs
So
you
free
have.
hyphen G is for RAM.
Free, yeah. How much free I want to check. So here use is 869 GB, 140
Free.
GB is free.
Free.
Free space hyphen G. G means in GB. It will show you in GB. Okay. And if you
Okay.
want to find the CPU
CPU
history,
architect. LS
entire
CPU.
CPU, LS CPU. So it will give you what kind of CPU it is and what is the processor, Intel processor you have, model
Vendor.
17, CPU megahertz. This is the frequency, okay, which you have here. Okay, so and here is a cache. So you have 4 sockets here. 4 sockets means here you have 80 CPUs. See, 4 sockets means it's like, see, if this is the entire CPU, and here you would be having 4 sockets. And each socket is having 20 CPUs, 20 each, 20 cores. Understood?
Yeah.
So 20 into 4 is 80. So that's what here you
80.
see. So how many sockets? 4 sockets you have. Okay,
Yeah.
that's what each socket is. See this cache memory. This is socket 1, 32 KB each, and another 32 KB, 256 KB, and this is huge KB. It is almost 37, so almost 32.
The 30 MB almost.
Yeah, so it is 30 MB. So it's a big one.
Yeah.
Okay, so depends upon, see, this is how the CPUs see, and if you check the normal server, it won't be this much. Okay,
No.
so,
No one.
right? It won't be this much
Yeah.
amount of RAM. It won't be this much amount of CPU like this. Okay. So this is the internal hardware architecture of your HANA database. Okay. Hardware
HANA
architecture.
database.
Yeah. Okay. If asked in an interview, like what is the size of how much amount of CPU you have or how much amount of RAM you have in your system, then this is the better way to tell. Okay. That this is what I am into. Understood? Okay. Now I'm coming back to the file system here. So here you have that file system is mnt mn000 and you have m. Okay, I'll tell you what this is. And within that you have your hdb00. You have n and you have your within that you have your data volume. You have your data underscore. So I'll show you here in the real time. So it is like this. Okay, it is like this. So if I show it here, for example, so here, suppose if I want to go to cd slash HANA, your side is HAD, for example. Okay, and in that MN, this is production. He has given it directly. So instead of SID, he haven't given this all. Okay, data,
Okay.
and in that here you have HAD, for example. Okay, in that you have CMNT. Okay, in that you have data volumes. So this HAD 001, as I said, see here 001, as I said. So here you have, and in that you have your data volume. See data volume, this one. Do not touch the files in this directory. So it's dangerous that if you open this one, your database might be corrupted. Okay, you should not open. Okay, so this is the file you have. So this is how your this one file system will be. Okay, and similarly
Okay.
the log also will be having the similar way, the same thing. Okay, hdbmnt here, the same thing you'll be having. Okay, you have the same thing, log also, and within the log, okay, you'll be having it like this, and from here you'll be having your log segment, log underscore segment. Okay, underscore, you have 000 underscore dot dat. You'll be asked what is the file extension of logs, what is the file extension of data. Simply say dot dat. Okay, simply say dot dat. That's it.
.dat.
Okay, so here you have
So
this
DAT
much
is a data file.
data. Yes. So here if I go to log also, here I have been to slash HANA slash data. Now if I want to go to cd log, so again same thing. So here if I go to HAD, and here I have go to MNT, and here I have
MNT. Sir, this is LL command you are writing. What is that? LS.
list. That's it. It's
So
just uh,
so
you
it
can
should
you
LL or LS.
ls means it won't give the file system size and all. See, if I simply type ls, then I'll be getting like this individually. Okay, if I
Okay.
type ll, I'll be getting along with the size.
LL. Okay.
Okay, see the location HAD. So these are the location, the one
MNT
what
HTB 001. Yeah.
in that you would be
Same
having,
for the log.
see dot dat format. Okay, and here also In data files also you have .dat format. Remember, both data and your logs extensions will be .dat.
DAT.
Okay. And now you have HANA shared. This is very, very important. And within HANA shared, you have your SID. This is a bigger one. You have your SID, and you have within SID, you have your HDB LCM. This is called as resident LCM. This is called as resident LCM. I'll tell you what are these all. Okay. And you have your HDB instance number. And you have your profile. Okay. So you have your global, and similarly you have your exe as well here. So everything, so all these will be available within this location only. So you have studio. If you want to install studio, you'll be having here HDB client also you have. Okay. And the client software, whatever you have, LM underscore structure, this is not that important. Okay. And you have your everything like your federation and all. Okay, that you can leave it. Okay. Oh, some are not seen here. Okay. So I will show you here slash HANA slash SID. Oh, it should be on the top. So what all are missed here, you'll be having within SID, you have slash HANA slash SID you have, and within SID you have all this. Okay. You have
Okay,
your
sir.
HANA HDB LCM.
Okay.
That is what I call as the resident. And you'll be also having the profiles, as I said. Okay, ex is mentioned, global is mentioned. Okay, studio. So these all files will be there in HANA. You'll be having HANA shared SID. This all will be there. For example, if I go here slash HANA slash shared, your SID is, for example, HAD. Okay, inside that you see what all are there. See, this is what, right? So some I didn't mention here. Profile you have trans, you have tools, you have LCM, HDB client, global, EXE, everything. The sum is not this one, leave it. It's HDB LCM, that uh,
HDB,
HDB,
LCM, HDB,
yeah,
LM.
lifecycle manager. So these all will be there within your HANA shared. This is very, very
Okay,
important when
sir.
you come to the file structure. It's okay. So here also, and another one you have, other than this, you also have the local file systems. See, these all are shared file systems, and you also have here USR SAP. Okay. Within this, you also have your USR SAP, and within USR SAP, you'll be having like other things like USR SAP SID you have. Okay. And also you have your host control, and also you have your SMD agent. So this is the file system. For example, if I go to,
So we used to, yeah, root,
yeah, root means this one, CD, this means root, that's it.
root.
That is called root.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And here you have USR SAP. If I see here,
LM.
what all are there? One SID I have, Okay, host
SID,
control I have.
SPDF.
Okay, and SMD agent. Anyway, SMD agent it will be coming when you have a solution manager. You know what is the purpose of solution manager?
No, sir. I've
See, so
heard of it, but I don't.
okay, okay, no problem. See, solution manager means it's like controlling all the systems in the back end. Okay, suppose you have ECC, CRM, SRM, HANA, and what all systems you have. In order to control all the systems, controlling in sense you want to centrally monitor all the systems. Okay, in a
Hmm.
single system you want to monitor all the systems. Okay, and also it will give you health checkups. Okay, how your system health is, how is the
Okay.
RAM, how is the CPU, how are the programs. Okay, if at all there are some issues it will tell you, so it will give you a progress report of your system. So for
So
those
this is
purpose,
what the, yeah. Solman. This is solution manager only.
correct, correct, solman means solution manager, yes.
Okay.
They call it a solman. Okay, solution
Hmm.
manager.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you'll be having this file system like this. So in an interview, if you say that you are a fresher or you have an experience of some 5 months or 6 months, something like that, then you
Hmm.
will be asked what is the file system for sure. Okay, it's simple file system, because you won't be asked about how is the performance, how do you tune the performance of the system, or how do you upgrade a system. Those all are high
Hmm.
level area which you need to have a bit of experience in handling that. But that's not a rocket science, that is only next kind of thing. But still, okay, so fundamentally if they want to screen you, so this file system area is one. Okay, is something where you need to have a good nick. Okay, good hands on.
Hmm.
So this file system you have to, this one, see, I'll give you one site. Maybe if you're aware, you go to Google. Okay, you go to Google, you give
Hmm.
help.sap.com space HANA. That's it. Help.sap.com space HANA you give. Go
Okay.
to Google and then give this. Okay, go to and then give this help.sap.com space HANA. See what I'll get. The first one. Okay, the first one,
Hmm.
click on it. And when you click on that, you'll be having one guide, administration guide, very first one, this one.
Hmm.
Okay, SP04, don't go directly to SP04. I would recommend to go HANA, this one up to 3 years. SP04 is recently, I mean hardly I mean, what is that called as, some 5 months back this has come, but this no one has entered into this area. Okay, so this is, you can go to SP03, SP02, anything you can go. Okay, suppose if I go to SP03, you get the same kind of books you'll be having. Those are the links. Okay, you go to this administration guide. Here you'll be having administration guide.
Yeah.
Here, SAP HANA administration guide. This guide, if you download, okay, you cannot read the entire thing because it's somewhere some 1900 pages or 2000. Okay, but if you want to go chapter wise, okay, whenever you feel like having additional information chapter wise, if you have some time, okay, maybe you can refer to this, or else do one thing directly. If you type this in your Google instead, instead of, where is this?
Yeah.
Okay, directly if I type this in the Google,
Like HANA file system and all.
everything you can see, you can click there. You got this one, chat.
Yeah.
You can you can save that on your desktop or somewhere on the notepad. Okay, directly you can download instead of navigating all. Okay, see, just downloading that one.
Yes, sir.
You got that page?
Yes,
See,
sir.
1982. So this much number.
Yeah,
This
one
is purely for administrator. Okay, purely for administrator. This is a HANA admin guide, purely for administrator. You have multiple chapters here. Okay, so these chapters can help you. And I also have given you HANA HA200, HA100. Do you remember? You have in your email
yes,
ID.
sir.
Okay,
Right.
those are for
Yeah.
certification area. Those are also clearing the same content you have. And this is the administration guide, freely downloadable. Okay, from this one. Okay, so here you can get ample information from okay, from your, okay, if you have
Yeah.
file system. Okay, see, HANA file system installed with no shared file system. So what all file system you require, you'll be having everything.
Okay. Yeah, in this guide itself, sir. Yeah.
Yes, you'll be having this one, and also HANA 2.0. I mean, the one what I have shared with you, HANA
Said.
HA200. Yeah. So that also
Yeah.
has got the same content, but in a different way. Okay.
Yeah.
But in a different way. So this guide, you'll be having ample information of how these all are connected and all. Okay. So load balancing, this. But I would say, don't, this is not for reading the entire book. Okay, this is for chapter wise. Suppose if you're interested in the performance tuning, then go to performance tuning chapter. If you want to go to some topic, then go to that. But reading 1982 pages means, it's like, it's like reading some Ramayana or Mahabharata. It's a big one.
Yeah.
Okay, so I
Yes.
would say chapter wise. Suppose if you're interested in so and so chapter, then go with that chapter. See, HANA administration tools. So these are the different things you have. Okay, system administration, monitoring, starting and stopping of HANA from studio, from a cockpit control. So you have different things here. Okay, which you can manage. Okay. So this is one area which you'll be getting this file. So this is the file system which you have. Okay, this file system, he'll be asking you, hey, hey Gagan, what is the I mean, what is the file system path for HDB LCM, resident LCM? Then you have to say slash HANA slash shared. Okay, HANA shared, and that you'll be having HDB LCM. HANA shared SID HDB LCM, right?
Yeah.
So if you
Yes.
want to say data volume, then you say HANA data SID, and you have your data volume. Okay, HANA data SID MNT HDB data volume. Log volume is HANA log SID MNT HDB log volume. And what is the format of that log volumes? You'll be having in your .dat format.
Format.
.dat format. Okay. Similarly, what is the path for profiles? You have HANA shared SID profile,
Profile.
HANA shared SID exe, HANA shared
Yes.
SID global. In that
Global.
way, okay, you'll be having that file system. The one what I have said, you can also refer HA200 guide. You can also refer the guide which I have, URL that which I have pinged you. You'll be having ample information in that area. Okay, so see, since you are a beginner, I would recommend don't go more deep into it. Okay, so it will be bit, overhead. So I would say go surface area. Don't go in deep. Okay, so surface area would be fine. Okay, any doubts in this file system, please, Gagan?
No, sir.
Yes, please.
So how do we, like, sir, let's say if I'm doing TR, so how, like the profiles, I can understand the profile of the users which we are going to create would be residing here, I guess.
No, 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 no. It's not profiles of user. See here, I'll show you. I'll take you to that area. This profiles. This is production. I'll take you to the production only. Suppose here slash HANA slash shared slash SID. Okay, here I have, and I have profiles here. So here I have these profiles. So what these profiles are? Suppose if I open the default profile, what is it having? System information. That is what is the SID, what is the host name it has. Okay, and HDB link, it has binaries, yes, shared binaries, and config type is default. Okay, so by reading these profiles, your HANA database will come up. Okay, I mean, suppose if you're starting or stopping your HANA database, by reading these profiles, okay, your HANA database will come up. For example, if I say the other profile, if I have, you see this many number of things. So what information it has, environment variables it has, again, it has system DB, instance number. Do you remember instance number? When in here, you'll be having a right click
Yeah,
when you're
in
adding. See, this is the instance number. This is the host name. Okay, the same thing here. Okay, host name.
sir, I have problems with this. Like, what exactly is an instance number and the system ID?
Okay, see, any SAP system, you talk of any SAP system, it is, see, Gagan. Who is Gagan?
Hmm.
Gagan is represented. Who is representing Gagan? You have your Aadhaar card, you have your PAN card, unique numbers you have, right?
Yeah,
Having
yeah,
that, okay, you are Gagan from Delhi and so and so area, you will be represented. Similarly, one SAP system, you have some hundreds of SAP systems in your landscape. For example, take a
yeah.
company. Okay, let us say Airtel. Airtel is a
Hmm.
company which it has, and SAP is handling that complete company. Okay, your
Hmm.
Airtel. Now, in that, you will be having some hundreds of systems, SAP systems. Then how can you call particular system? So in order to represent that, one system of any SAP system is represented by one system name, the system ID, that is called SID, and one instance number. That instance number will be from 00 to 99. Okay, 00
So
to,
combinedly, these two fields represent that system.
correct, correct. These two will be representing a system.
Okay, so SID is a unique,
System identifier, it's a unique
and so is the instance number.
instance number. So with that instance number only, you'll be having your port. See, seems my HANA system is back now. I'll be showing you.
So because like in a different SID, I can have instance number same, right?
See, that
Like
also I'll tell you.
SID,
See,
SID HANA, HAD instance 00,
mm,
HAR instance 00.
yes, you can, no, 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 no. See, I'll tell you. Let us say this is one hardware you have. Okay. In this
Hmm.
hardware, you have installed HANA, let us say HAD with instance number
Hmm.
00. And
Hmm.
again, you can install HAR, not with the same instance number, maybe 01 to 99 you can give. Okay, suppose again
Okay,
you have installed, let us say you have installed this one as 99, so instance number here is somewhere
let's say 02.
02, for example. Okay, let us say here it is 02. Okay, so here it is
Hmm.
02. So you cannot give 02 again on the same hardware. Again here, for example, HAP, you can have 03. You cannot have 02 here. You cannot have 02. Okay, because this instance number, whatever you have, that will be related to port number. See here, this is your, see, production system. How much it is? 974 GB it is. Okay,
Hmm.
and here you see the ports. This is the port number. Port number 003, instance number 10, 3, instance number 00, 3, instance number 03. Instance number is 00 here for this system. Okay, again the same system, if I have with 00, the port numbers will be conflicting, right? So that's why on a same hardware, for the same I mean, you cannot have same instance number. Maybe if you want, you can have another hardware, okay, and some SID, some other ABC, and you can have the same instance number 00 here. Per
Okay.
box you'll be
So
having
literally on
unique
the same server. So meanwhile, on the same server, we cannot have same
instance number.
yeah, instance number
Yeah,
because they are linked to the port through which it will communicate.
exactly, exactly. That's it. You can have different SIDs. And here again, suppose this is one box and this is another box. And here also you can have HAD 00. Okay, anyway, if this 00 is not occupied, then you can have this thing. Understood? You can have
Yeah.
a different, but in a landscape they won't give same SIDs because you have to recall, because see, in your house they cannot keep one more gagan, right? You'll be having one gagan in your house for your family. Maybe suppose if you're 10 members
Yeah.
in your family, there'll be one gagan,
Yeah.
right? So in this way also, here you'll be having, in general in a landscape for a company, SIDs will be different, instance number can be same but on a different host. On a same host,
Okay, sir.
instance numbers will be unique.
So that means that that's a different hardware, right?
Correct. Correct.
So I mean, so isn't this setup expensive for a company to have? Like here, I'm only running one hardware, and I have different SIDs on running on the same hardware.
Hmm.
But if I do this setup, then I have to purchase two hardwares and then do
No,
this.
no. For that reason only, VMware has come virtual. What they will do? You are aware of VM, virtual machines?
Yes, sir. I
So what they
have
will do?
heard of it.
You heard about it. So what they will do? Suppose you have one box here. Okay, it's a bigger one. Then they will install VM. That's virtual machines, and they will treat this one as one hardware. This is another hardware. This is another hardware. This is another hardware. So inside this, you can have 00 here. You can have 00 here. You can have 00 here. Instance number. Make sense? Clear?
Okay.
Yeah. VM has come virtual machines. So that is a small software VM, which you can install it and you can partition that's the existing operating system into multiple. So individual virtual machine can be treated as individual hardware.
But sir, literally they'll be occupying the same.
RAM,
If I talk
RAM,
about the base level, RAM would be same.
same.
If I have 1 TB RAM,
You can allocate. No, you can allocate. See here, for example, this one, the bigger one you have, this SID, let us say this SID is ABC, okay, and this SID is somewhere XYZ, and and this is something different. Okay, let us say this is something uh, HNZ, something like this. Okay, something.
Hmm.
Okay, you have something, some other. So you can allocate for this ABC. Let us say you can allocate some 500 GB RAM if it is HANA. Okay, and this one you can
Hmm.
allocate. If your entire box is somewhere 2 TB, okay, and this one you can allocate 500 GB RAM. This one you can allocate some 500 GB RAM. This one some 700 GB RAM. You can allocate. It won't go beyond
Yeah.
that. And this much
Yeah.
CPU for this, so you can allocate this one.
Okay. So I'll be sharing my resources. But
Correct.
so, but then this model, is it useful then this single HAD one? Because HAD 00 will have full access to 2 TB RAM, let's say. So will HAR 002.
No, at that time it won't be. You are not using the hardware properly. Okay, existing hardware. So you have to go with VM. As you said, yes. In that way, if you go, then that is worst. You have to go with VM.
So worst in case I did not understand, like
See,
because
worst
they
in
all
sense
will
you
be.
say, yeah. See here, you are saying HID 00. You have installed one system. Okay, and
Yeah.
again, without any VM, you are installing HAR 02. Okay,
Hmm.
HR. But we are aware that HID is a development system. It won't consume much memory. So we are aware, then we have installed it. And we are quality HAR 02, that is, again, of course, it has more, it occupies more memory and hard disk. Okay, we are aware, then the same.
Hmm.
And other than this, we should not go with any more systems. Okay, maybe 2 or 3 you can install it, provided this is not a production environment. If it's a production environment, you need to have a dedicated VM, okay, or a dedicated host, single host, or a VM, virtual machine.
Okay.
Other than production, you can directly go with this, because VM, that is also having a separate license, right? So you need to have a separate license for that VM virtual machine.
Yeah. So how does licensing work in SAP basically?
Yeah, see, for HANA licensing works, depends upon how much amount of RAM you have used. See, suppose your company is having a database size of 500 GB. You're purchasing a RAM of around 800 GB. Okay, so
Yeah.
your database size is 500 GB, but you're expecting a growth of some additionally some 60 to 70 GB in the coming 5 years. Okay, I'm talking of
True.
RAM, not on hard disk, remember. Okay, so 5 to 6 years, you're expecting a growth of 50 to 60 GB. So it will be 550 to 560 GB you're expecting. So you'll be procuring a license of 600 GB. So your RAM is, see here, I'll put it pictorially. Your RAM is, let us say 1 TB RAM. Okay, it is 1
Okay.
TB. And you have a database of, let us say 500 GB currently. And you are expecting a growth of additionally some 50 GB additionally coming 5 to 6 years.
Okay.
Okay, additionally 50 GB you're expecting. Okay, predicting that 50 GB. So what you will do in a better, for a better this one, you'll take a license of 600 GB. So 600 GB license you have taken, and in that, so suppose if you're approaching towards 600, what you'll do, you'll do data archiving, or you have to clean up some unwanted tables. Okay, remove some unwanted tables. But still,
Hmm.
if your database is approaching towards 600, there is no other option. Additionally, you have to procure some more license. This is for HANA
Okay. So it's based on entirely RAM size.
RAM size. But non-HANA, you have, suppose you say ECC system, you have, okay, on Oracle, something. There, what you'll do,
Okay.
there, two licenses you have to procure. One is your license for the software. Okay, license for the software you have purchased. And second thing is, you have to purchase the license for number of users. How many number of users you have in a production system, that many user IDs. Okay, how many number of user IDs you have in a production system, that many licenses you have to purchase. And those IDs vary from, suppose if there is a finance user, that license cost is different. Suppose there is a material management user, that license is different. Suppose there is a production planning user, that license is different. So
Hmm.
their license,
So, sir, like it is based on production system. How many users
sorry,
develop
hello,
development environment? Like some, let's say, if I have a function. Hello. Yeah.
yeah,
Am
yeah,
I
please,
audible, sir?
yes, yes, yes,
Hello.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Let's say the developers will have access to the development system, so
Mhm.
their license would be
No,
different.
no, no. Only production system users will have license. Development other than production system, how many number of users you have, what that doesn't matter at all.
So in even quality system, if we have.
Yes, yes. Even in quality, let us say you have some 500 users also, no issues.
Hmm.
Only production system, how many number of user IDs are there, other than basis. You don't have license cost for basis. You don't have license cost for, of course, production ABAPers will not be there. Okay, but still,
Hmm.
technical users, whoever are there, and functional users who are there, their user IDs will not carry any license. Only the users, end users, whoever are there, they will be having a license cost.
Okay.
Okay.
So that means, like if we are working for some client,
Mhm.
development team will have access. Let's say one developer is given one access for some time of the production. So
Mhm.
it's not like the client will not be charged for the licensing
No,
fee.
no, it won't. It won't. It won't.
Only the end users who are using the system.
Yes, they will be having. They need to use the whatever user ID with which they log in. They will be that
Hmm.
user ID license will be there. So usually end users, what they do, let us say for FI, for finance, there are uh, some 100 users are there. Okay, so for those 100
Hmm.
users, they will be in different stages: manager, deputy manager, assistant manager, and regular. I mean, what is that called? Agent. some persons will be there. So for manager, they'll be having a separate username. Okay, for assistant manager, there'll be separate username. And for another executive, let us say some executives, a group of executives, some 5 group of executives who are doing the same kind of task, they'll be having one username. Okay, so they can use the same user ID. Okay, so
Yeah.
that user ID will be cost. So if you have 100 FI users, finance users, so you'll be having some 15 to 20 user IDs. Okay,
Okay.
so because the low
So
level
we
user
can
cannot use manager's user ID, right?
user ID exactly.
Yeah.
So ABAPers and the functional consultants, we can have as many users as we want
Yes.
in the
Yes.
development and quality side.
Yes. Even production also. Even production also, if you have user IDs, that won't incur any cost.
Okay, for the people who are actually maintaining the SAP system.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. So that is how your licensing will be there for non-HANA. For HANA, depending upon the number of how much amount of RAM you use, so that much amount of this one
So, but
license you.
isn't it independent? I mean, like if I'm a company, I'm procuring SAP HANA,
Mm,
the setup, the hardware.
mm,
I go in for 2 TB of RAM.
mm,
I'm paying the hardware vendor for 2 TB of RAM.
mm.
Then why do I and I'm simultaneously have to pay SAP for that 2 TB of RAM? So
Not 2 TB of RAM.
like
You have purchased 2 TB of RAM, but you have to pay for how much amount of database. This one you have taken. You have taken 2 TB of RAM from the vendor, let us say from HP. That you have paid. But for this HANA, if you are using, you have to pay for the software. Hello?
software, yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes. You have to pay for the
So
software. So,
so isn't it? But it's a database. Okay,
hmm.
so is it this cost is based on the persistent
No. RAM,
storage of
RAM,
HANA?
RAM. Only RAM. Not on the persistent.
So, but then RAM is there on software side or the because it is entirely based on the hardware. If I'm procuring
Hardware, but
2
you are
TB, if I'm procuring
installing that software in that. See, I'll give an example. You have, let us say, you have purchased one Samsung phone. Okay, you have purchased one Samsung phone, and it cost around 20,000. Okay, you're hearing me? You're able to hear
hardware.
me? Yeah,
Yes, yes, sir.
yeah. You purchased a Samsung phone, cost of around
Hmm.
20,000 rupees, and inside that you'll have an operating system called Android, right? You're having an
Yeah,
operating system called Android. That Android, that Samsung wala, what he will do, he will install some apps by default in your system. Let us say WhatsApp. Okay, WhatsApp is there in your system, in your mobile. So this Android, sorry, this Samsung has to pay to the WhatsApp company. Okay, license he has to pay to the WhatsApp company. Understood? That okay, so and so app you have developed, then that
it's
app must be
cracking up.
sorry. Hello, hello, Gagan. Hello, hello.
Hello. Yeah, am I audible, sir?
Yes,
Hello.
yes, yes, yes. You're audible. You're
Yeah.
able to. Yeah. So
Now it's better. Yeah. Sir, I lost you when you said uh,
your voice is breaking.
we've procured.
Your voice is breaking. Gagan, I am unable to hear you.
Is it audible now?
Yes, yes. Yeah.
So said the Samsung have installed WhatsApp on my phone and they are paying some license fee to WhatsApp.
Yes. Yes. License amount to WhatsApp. Whatever games, let us say you have Play Store, right? In
Hmm.
that you
Hmm.
have, let us say, some 50 lakh applications you have. Okay.
Hmm.
So those applications, whoever has developed that, for example, there is one game called PUBG. Okay, you have that game called PUBG. that PUBG wala who has developed, so how
Yeah.
he'll get the money? These
Hmm.
Samsung, iPhone, and blah blah blah, so and so phones or so and so companies, they have to purchase the license from the PUBG, and then they'll let that installed, or they'll be make it available in their Play Store. Understood? So you're
Yeah.
okay. So so that you are using it as it's free, but Samsung has already paid to PUBG.
Yeah.
Okay, you're using it as free. So here also you have to purchase the hardware, you have to purchase the software. Understood? You have to purchase the software license, you have to purchase the hardware as well. Understood?
Okay. And sir, but how would it matter to me? Like, let's say, if I procured the hardware which has 2 TB of RAM
Mhm,
and let's say 600 GB of database,
mhm,
persistent storage. Now, if I go
mhm.
to SAP to procure the license and I take license for 600 GB of RAM, so
Mhm.
is it possible for me to use that license
Hello, hello, Gagan.
Hello, yes, sir.
Yeah,
Am I audible, sir?
now it is
Hello.
okay. Yeah, yeah, now it's okay. Yeah, 600
Okay.
GB of
So
RAM.
what I
Okay.
was saying is, so if my hardware has 2 TB of RAM and I'm procuring license for 600 GB of RAM,
Mm,
so the remaining 1400 TB, like
GB.
what I
Mm,
have,
mm.
GB, sorry, would I be able to use it, like,
Yeah, you
or
can
do
use it.
I?
You can install another, you can install, if possible, you can install another SAP system on it. Or else you can make it as virtual system. Understood?
Okay.
You can make it as virtual, so that 600 GB is actual database. Maybe you can assign only hardly 800 GB for your system, and you can install one more VM, and you can give it for some other hardware. I mean, some other SID or some other SID.
Okay.
Okay, so so that's what. So in this, for this kind of things only, you have cloud computing. You have to pay how much you are using currently. You need not pay. See, in cloud, for example, you have 600 GB RAM currently. Okay, so what you, am I audible, Gagan?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
In cloud, what you have to do, you need not purchase any hardware.
Hardware.
Cloud will be giving you entire infrastructure. Only thing is you have to
Yeah.
pay for what you are using currently. So let us say your current database size in RAM is 500 GB. You have to pay only for that 500 GB. And tomorrow, if your database size has increased to 510 GB, and you have to pay for the 510 GB. And day after tomorrow, again, your database is shrinked to 400 GB because you have removed some blah 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 tables and all. Then you have to pay only for that 400 GB.
400 GB.
Yes. So,
Yeah. So
and
because
also,
this.
for example, let us say you
Yeah.
have purchased the hardware currently, and after 5 years, the new technology has come, entirely new. Okay, and the existing hardware will not support that new technology. Then what will you
Hmm.
do? That is, you had to procure, or you had to give this existing hardware for some rate, and then procure a new hardware.
Procure new one and
So
then start
cloud
the entire
computing,
process.
what they do, they will have the server in hand. They'll say, hey, I don't need this existing hardware, so I need my existing operating, I mean, entire application to be on so and so hardware. Within 1 minute they'll give you the hardware, and then you can install this existing application. They only will migrate this application to the existing new hardware if you want.
Okay. So because I find it like it's difficult for me to grasp why are they putting it licensing fee based on the RAM?
Yeah, because your
Like on
database
cloud
is on RAM. Your
storage.
database is on RAM. They want to make as much money as possible. For example, you have ECC on Oracle database. Okay, let us
Hmm.
say Oracle database you have. Your
Yeah.
See, you're thinking that you're not purchasing license for Oracle, right? You're thinking that you're not purchasing
N-
license for Oracle,
No,
but
sir, we are like in the company. If I go, I think I have to. SAP is only a software.
mhm,
If I am purchasing, if I'm running it on Oracle, I would pay Oracle to buy the
no,
software.
you are not purchasing Oracle license. It is SAP purchasing a license from Oracle and then giving it to the client. Okay, SAP
Okay.
purchasing the, see, if it is let us say you're installing ECC on Oracle, then
Hmm.
if you're installing, you're paying the software of ECC. Okay, but that is also having the database software license cost included in that, where SAP has already procured from that vendor, maybe Oracle or DB2 or whatever, or MS SQL
Okay.
and all. Yeah, just like your, as I said, like Samsung Mobile has already purchased license
Samsung
from
phone.
PUBG. So here, SAP has already purchased the license from Oracle.
Okay.
Okay, but internally, this HANA and all that you need to purchase your own.
So it's like let's say, sir, if I have 2 TB of RAM and I purchase license for 500 GB,
Mm.
so I can run literally four virtual systems,
You
assigning
can,
400 GB each
yes, 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 you can.
on one license.
No, 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 no. See, not like this. See, you have, suppose this is your VM, okay? This
Yeah.
hardware you have purchased from, let us say you have purchased from HP. This
Hmm.
hardware, entire hardware cost you have purchased. Let us say this hardware cost is, let us say, for example, I'm telling some 50 lakhs, for example, okay?
Yeah.
And this is one cost. Another one, next you are purchasing, you have to go for, let us say this one is somewhere around some 2 TB
Hmm.
of RAM you have got for 50 lakhs. Now you are installing 4 VMs,
Hmm.
okay? 4 VMs you are installing. These 4 VMs you have installed, and these 4 VMs for this virtual machine, this license cost is again different. For VM cost is somewhere around some 50,000 rupees. Okay, and again,
Okay.
now this is, let us say this is your production,
Hmm.
and if all four are four different production systems, let us say this is for ECC production, this is for CRM production,
Hmm.
okay, and
So,
this is
sir, this 50,000 price is per virtual machine, right?
virtual machine, yeah, and this is, let us say for BW production, for example, and this is some SRM production. Now
Hmm.
you have four different production systems. Now this is ECC
Hmm.
production. Now what you
Hmm.
will do, since you have to pay license for the production, let us say this is somewhere around 450 GB.
Hmm.
Okay, but you have given entirely for 500 GB. You have allocated 500 GB. Maximum it
Hmm.
can grow up to 500 GB. But you
Hmm.
have purchased the ECC license up to 480 GB. This license cost is different. Again,
Hmm.
okay, this license cost is different. Okay, again, CRM production, the same. For example, this is 500 GB, and you have a database size of, let us say, some 380 GB currently, and it can grow up to, and you have purchased a license of somewhere around some 400 GB, so 450 GB, for example.
Hmm.
Okay, and with the 50 GB RAM is free, you're leaving it as it is. Okay, so you have purchased. This is one more license cost, HANA license. Okay,
Okay.
similarly BW another license cost. Similarly SRM another license cost. So individual they'll be having their own license cost. That is different. And again, you will be having a separate box, for example, where you have ECC development, ECC quality, CRM development, CRM quality, BW development, BW quality, SRM development, SRM. For this and all, you need not pay any HANA licenses. But for this again, you'll be having a separate hardware charge will be there. You'll be having a VM charge for this one. Okay, so like this.
The
Of course,
VM would be
VM
charged
will not. VM
individually.
will not charge. Yes, VM will not charge because you have already entered for your company. You have purchased a 50K for the same. This one you can apply. You're right. VM will not charge. But I guess VM will be charging separately for individual hardware. It will be charging separately. See, this is one hardware. In that you can keep some hundreds of VMs, no problem. And again, hardware is changed. Again, this license cost will be different. So this will be charging a license.
Okay.
Yes. But HANA license you need not procure because you need to procure only for
New
the
production users.
yeah. So this hardware here you have hardware cost, VM cost.
Okay. So then my in this particular case, if it is I've procured license for 480 GB,
Hmm.
allocating space. Otherwise, my license is going waste
Which one? 20 GB.
because like yeah, 20 GB. Because if I exceed the
No, no,
limit
no.
again, I would have to.
Yeah, you need to pay. Or else again, see here you have 450 GB. You can maximum suppose if it is going up to let us say here 50 GB is there right additionally. You can increase it
Hmm,
dynamically. This one can be increased. This one can be shrinked like this. They'll shrink it.
okay.
So that
So
is
they'll
not our
shrink it
headache. That
by
is
if
yeah.
if
Tell
this
me.
is so let's say sir, if this is going beyond 480 and we have some free space on CRM production, so
Mhm.
I'll shrink it by 20 GB and allocate that 20 GB to this production.
Yes, you can. It's not you who is going to do it. It's VM team. That is a separate team, not you. Okay, it is
Okay.
a VM team. It's a separate team. It doesn't come under SAP. Virtual machines. It's a separate team. VMware, what you call.
So we just have to make sure that we don't go beyond 480 GB.
Correct.
And just in case if we go, then we have to pay charges to SAP.
Correct. You have to pay
So
charges to
SAP is
SAP.
making a lot of money through HANA, sir.
Yeah, that is. See, SAP is German product. Okay. See, German products are very, very standard and very expensive. First thing, take up cars, for example. You say BMW, Audi, Benz, okay,
Yeah,
as well as your Isuzu. These all are not Isuzu, that is South Korea,
Isuzu is the Japanese, I guess. Yeah.
Japanese. So these bench, so these all are I mean German-based products. Similarly, coming to the software giant SAP, it's I have been to Germany 3 times. This SAP, it's a small village. Okay, they will be having a village, and all the buildings are belong to SAP only. It's very old buildings, it's very funny as well. And there sometimes people work for 48 hours or even more without eating anything, without doing anything. And but everything is free over there, and each and everything they'll charge like anything. And their cost salaries also very much expensive. It's too much, it's very high, because this with this existing software, the existing companies are getting lots of benefit. That's why it's very much expensive. Lots of benefit with the HANA. So that's why
Yeah.
very very. So
But
that's why it's clients are also easily
yeah,
accepting that cost because it is giving them lots of benefit. For example, like taking a decision within time and everything. So just like
yeah,
this.
but sir, they could have gone in for some other hardware as well because like MongoDB database
Mhm.
we have so many other free databases out there. If they
But
do like
but that performance won't be that high as compared to HANA. MongoDB is no SQL DB, right?
yeah,
Yeah, it's not like that performance like HANA. See, Oracle was there earlier. That was in the driver's seat. Okay, like it's a very no one used to give a competition to Oracle. But if you
Yeah.
see anywhere in SAP landscapes currently, everything is HANA currently. Okay, even
Yeah, they
small
have moved
client
it.
is also going towards HANA. And suppose if they say that I cannot afford to have that much big hardware, then say why don't you go for cloud?
Cloud.
Yeah, so everything is affordable current days. Only thing is they have to fear regarding the HANA
Di-
license.
licensing fee.
Okay, so that's
Production end users, yeah, that would matter a lot.
yeah. So that is what. So everything is money. At the same time, the service is also 100 times better. Very good service by SAP. Top leading ERP in the world currently. So
Yeah, obviously, sir, but yeah, good, nice.
it will make the money like this, and I'm sure up from here to 20 years from now, okay, SAP will be leading in the ERP market. At least 20 years, no one will be approaching towards it. Okay, so because if you take all the ERPs, 65 percentage of customers go to SAP. The rest 35 percentage go to Oracle Labs, PeopleSoft, rest and so and so. But 55 to 60 percentage they go to SAP. Big
Yeah.
clients, for example, world's biggest food product company Nestle is
Hmm.
SAP's client. Okay, Coke, Pepsi, and your Amazon, whatever now you see that Amazon online shopping, right? That is
Yeah.
SAP. That is CRM, SAP CRM. Your Flipkart, SAP, as well eBay, that
So
is also
Flipkart,
SAP.
so they are running SAP FI, right? For
Yeah, they have different
but
modules.
Amazon, I think Amazon sir does not use SAP, right? Or
No,
does it?
it is. Yeah, I have worked for that client as well. In the back end, they have SAP only. The screen, what you're seeing, that is SAP NetWeaver screen, which you're purchasing currently. Amazon.in or Amazon.us, so Amazon.com, I
Hmm.
mean. So those all are SAP only. Backend system is SAP. Front end may be a Java or a .NET one, but the backend main system is SAP.
Okay. Is it, sir? I mean, like the front end they're using the cart and all, but in the back end they're using for accounting purposes. They are using SAP.
Yes, not only accounting, material management as well as your HR, everything is SAP. Okay,
That's
so
good.
yeah, big clients. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you say, even Walmart. See, these companies, I'm a retail market.
Yeah,
Walmart, if you
Walmart.
so they
Walmart,
go,
sir, I know. Like,
and also
but
petroleum. If you see
yeah,
Shell Petroleum, British
Shell. Yeah.
Petroleum. Okay, our even in our India, HPCL. You go Indian Oil, British. I mean Bharat Petroleum. All are SAP only. And another Reliance, if you take entire Reliance, everything is on SAP. Okay, so even the big bazaar, what you see here, so
Yeah.
that is also SAP. Okay, that Future Bazaar group, what we call, so that is also an SAP in the back end. So that's what I'm saying. Like, come, leaving SAP, going to other option maybe after 20 years, not in the near future. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Gagan, we'll have to go outside. So I'll share
Yeah.
the details of the server, okay, and this
Okay,
recorded
sir.
reading as well. Tomorrow we'll meet at
Yeah.
8 or 7 that I'll give you an SMS, sorry, this one, and I'll update you.
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.